go. Well then, perhaps we need a flying device for this sort of. I think we need some. We need to construct some craft. Uh, let's construct a craft, and then we'll um, plan our trajectory. Uh, How about that? It's a good starting point there. Why am I English now? Because we're going on a trajectory. That's why. So we have to make a plan for our itinerary. That's why you have to get the British accent going in a little bit there when you're doing Tears of the Kingdom Tuesdays, obviously. Um, is this the sort of plane I should be making? I hope it's not too plain. Oh, that was so good. Joke. Mm. Oh, the joke was so wonderful, really. Say it's oh, we're running out of steering sticks. I might have to go to the Sky World. And so we're at the Lightning Temple, and yes, indeed, here we are. I think I have enough Zonite to actually. Uh, I don't need a battery on this. I don't think. Yeah, there we go. Had sufficient liftoff. Now, where are we going? We're going to this place, I guess you could say, um, out here in the desert. So let us proceed. I really don't even want to land. I mean, it's so fun just to fly. Yeah. Do you think if Superman, if he could fly all the time, he'd probably spend most of his time flying around and not fucking staying anyway? Yeah. Well, I guess flying around would eventually get boring, but then perhaps that's that's a theoretical observation on Superman. If that was a real thing, Superman is the most like ridiculous of the superheroes because he's has all these like amazing powers, like all these godlike powers, and he's obviously Superman is the most fucking like ridiculously opulent, like ridiculous, like fucking superhero there is probably. Desert race. Yeah. The desert race. I don't know about all that. Um, well, I don't want to turn down a good race. Perhaps I could use a motorcycle, maybe. Perhaps. We need some bullshit. Yeah. Need to get some bullshit. I need some pro shit. Need to get legit. Need to get my CrossFit. And what else? Whatever else you want to wrap on that. Got my new shit. Um, need some acceptable pants. Let's see, huh? trousers of the wild. I don't know if this doesn't really match up. My attire here, my wardrobe, if you will. Mm, I guess like to help you find what you're looking for, it'll have like a do not have those trousers. Uh, yes, I mean it could have been overhyped. I think the storm and the tornadoes. I mean, I know the okay, that's not gonna work, dog. Yeah, we don't got any boat clothes. What? Ooh. No, we want check it out. Check it out. There we go, dog. There we go, dog. Ready for the dog. The desert race. Yeah, I'm kind of feeling it, but I need to construct my vehicular. All right. Nobody panic. I got I got me a planet. I'm going to planet, so nobody panic. I'm not gonna sink like the Titanic. I'm gonna bring my shit manic. Uh, nice. All right. Here's the deal, dude. Here is the situation. You know what? It's a good idea. Oh, you know it, bro. Oh, well, yeah. Let me get these spicy peppers. We're gonna really kick it. All right. Ah, ah. Yeah. So this game is a really relaxing game in a not very relaxing world. So yeah. Yeah. Give me the trees. Give me the trees. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Give me the trees. Oh. Give me the trees. Ooh, ooh. Down, down, down. Give me the trees. Down, 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 down. You know what's up? No, 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 no. Oh, 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 oh. Ooh, oh, 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 oh. Get my racer indeed. Down, down, down. Yeah, you know what I mean. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 What am I making? Like a dick or something? What the fuck am I doing? Made something phallic like Bezos. I always thinking of wee wees. Ah. It's off-roader dawn. It's not working out right here. We will make it work, baby. Yeah. Oh. We're having trouble making it straight, huh? That's what she said. Yeah. Alright. It's kind of bullshit here. What if is that gonna... Okay, I think the solution is to make it like oh wrong way. That's just whack, dude. That's some whack ass shit, bro. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? This shit is whack, dog. Trying to create the Batmobile and shit. What the hell? Batman. Straight, dude. That's bullshit. Alright. Here's the deals on the wheels. Woo. Trying to mess with my ride, dog. Oh, this guy too? You gotta face that dragon force, dog. Alright. Yeah, it's really like, I mean, if you saw this game at this stage, where it got like most of everything, and you're like, and somebody just watched this for the first time, that they weren't like a regular viewer, they'd probably be like, "What the fuck?" Honestly, yeah, because this game is pretty complex. I mean, really. Okay, so that's how you get it. Okay, we got something a little bit more solid. I think this is the one that's really the part that's fucked up. Okay, I think we have something a little bit more manageable now. All right, that's good. That's what I wanted. I want to just have it. I know it's not exactly perfect, but as long as something can get me to the finish line, yeah, I'm not really worried about it. As long as something gets me to the promised land. not really gonna trip about it. Um, so we're gonna need that steering stick as we put it on the chassis. Know your fancy automotive words? Hell yeah. Something about the fancy automotive words, dog. Chassis, that sounds kind of like French in a lot of ways. Uh, no, I'm not going to bring the story up about how I met the French lady with the big tits again. So nothing happened. I just said, "Oh, you're from France," and she's just like, "We, yeah." And I was like, "Oh, I love France," and all that shit. But I didn't get any like ass or anything. She's probably married. I was just like, "Wow, that's a really hot French woman," and she had like gigantic ass tits, like amazing breasts, and I was like, "Whoa, that looks great." So, she seemed like so happy to be recognized that she was from France, and then simultaneously she was simultaneously proud of her French heritage and culture, and proud to be an American at the same time. So it was like a simultaneous feeling, a complex feeling, I guess, in terms of her identity, I suppose. She was a really sweet lady too, besides looking, fantastic and all that stuff.
Whoa. Ah. Oh. Whoa. Ah.
Okay, yeah, down. Uh,
Whoa.
got you, baby.
Ah.
Yeah. Okay, here we go, baby. All right. I don't think I've done this one before. Get a fucking roadster, dude. Am I really excited about my roadster? Yeah, it's pretty good. Look, I got the fan. I've got the four wheels. I've got the wood frame, so it's not bad. It's not. I suppose it's gonna get really challenging up there when I have to fucking. Oh shit, dude. Oh, you're in fucking quicksand, dog. Fuck. I didn't anticipate that, bro. Oh shit, dude. I'm screwed, huh? Alright, well what can we do? We can do fuck, we're already looking at fuck. Alright, we can just try to power through it or something. Oh fuck. Alright, I guess have we already lost this shit? Oh dude. That's gay. Alright. We're gonna tweak this bad boy next time. Alright, I'll show you what we're gonna do. We're gonna make this Batmobile even better next time. Make it more souped up so I can cheat better. Alright. This is a hard fucking one. Huh? Yeah, because you can't fucking. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. Alright, let's rock. Oh, now we're failing again, dude. I didn't know there was any fucking quicksand, dog. Shit. Let's just get off. Oh shit, dog. Alright. We're gonna plan better for this thing. Okay. It's all good. We learned something. Alright. As long as you learn something, then it's good. Yeah, I think if you don't beat it by the time it's 3. Can I take like a sand seal? Oh man. I want to do my car thing, dude. Yeah, that didn't work out, huh? BS. It seemed like I was going to defeat it at first and then turned it into BS. running with this one. Well, alright. You got yelled at for failing? Yeah. I failed that shit hard.
Whoa. Whoa.
Alright. So, after that, whatever. Yeah, that was bad, huh? Okay. Wow, that was atrocious, bro. That was shite. Alright, so here's the deal. We need to get another plan together here. Alright. I like that music though. Who doesn't like that music? It's Alright, let's get this thing together. Here's going to be the strategic plan. Have a flame emitter. Watch this. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Okay, we've established the baby. Hell yeah. Baby. Just want to say it again. Baby. Baby. Alright, let's get the controller. Oh. Are y'all ready to rumble? Hell yeah. Right, here we go. So hopefully everybody gets a good night's sleep, even though that escalating conflict in well, I guess there's conflicts all over the world, but the conflict between India and Pakistan, that's going to keep people definitely up at night for sure. And so, is that gonna work? What do y'all think? I think it's gonna be dope. I think that's what I need. No, we can do a test run. Man, you kind of made something out of Star Wars. Yeah, I want it to be like a Naboo fighter, dog. Yeah, they called the new Star Wars movie with Ryan Gosling. They're calling it the Starfighter, Star Wars Starfighter. Is there a problem I have with that? Yeah. What is the problem exactly? Well, there was already a 1980s movie called The Last Starfighter, and so that's the problem I have with it. Is that yeah? Is that why'd they call it Starfighter? They didn't call the fighters in Star Wars starfighters. They called them fighters. I don't believe that they called them starfighters. They just stole that from the last Starfighter.
Oh.
They called them X wings. They called them, Y wings, and
Whoa.
I guess Star Wars X wing isn't very sexy, right? Oh shit! What? We need to get this boy off the ground, though. I expect a lot from you. Okay. Do we have any rockets? Yeah, you got two left. All right. I don't know if this is really the.
Whoa.
All right, here we go, baby. Y'all ready? Yeah. There we go. Okay. I'm ready for this Dopetopia. Yeah. Ready for Dopetopia. Mm. Oh, it doesn't do it until you got to go under the arch, though. It's like my problem here. Are we able to do it? A skilled pilot can do it. You're a skilled pilot, so do it. Yeah. Look, I did it. Oh my god. I did it, dude. Oh, no, you didn't. You didn't really do it, though. Hold on. The clock's ticking, bro. Oh, you didn't really do it at all, dude. Worked on a multimodal vehicle did not really work in my favor, Dom. Alright, here we go. That should solve the quicksand problem, I believe. There we go. Now that's what we needed. And anytime, okay. Anytime we need to dethrust, then we dethrust. Yeah, I think, is this plan going to work as long as you complete everything by the time? Yeah, you just got to complete it by the time it's 3 minutes and 30 seconds. And you're good. Okay, so we conquered the quicksand problem here. Oh shit. Just go up as far as you can, dude. You gonna make this bad boy? I don't know, dude. This is like, okay, 4. It's kind of tense now, Dom. The obstacle course is kind of getting. All right, we make it to that 5th one. We got 2 minutes now. We're in shit. Okay, here's the deal. We're gonna get our motorcycle. Yeah. Okay, this is the way we're gonna try to cheat this bad boy. All right, we need to get that stops the clock at least, like you're in supports, yeah. And then we're gonna get a motorcycle. Yeah, let's go. All right, still running out of time. Gotta hurry. Five. Here we go. As long as there's not like a lot of quicksand, we're fine. Okay, still running out of time. We've got a minute left. So if we don't make this shit, we're up Crap Creek. I think we're gonna make it though. All right, but watch out. There's fucking sand hits everywhere. Okay, go. Are we doing good? I think we're almost there, dude. Yeah, I think we're gonna make it, bro. On the hot, no. All right, just haul ass, dog. Yeah, I thought that was it, right? Okay. That was the deal. It was 7 of them, man. Right? Oh shit, dude! You didn't go to the fucking end. Fuck.
Yup.
Balls. You didn't go to the. You didn't see that other part, huh? You're like didn't know what the fuck.
Whoa.
What is it? What does she have? Like nice, like fruit tits. Fruit tits. What the hell? Fruit tits. fruit
Oh.
fruit tits. I know.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Got your girl sundry. All right. So this is what we're doing here. All right. Okay, that's gonna be okay because we got this already constructed on here, Don. Or do we? Oh man. Ding, ding, ding. There you go. So what you need? That's what I need, baby. I give you what you need. I give you what you need. All right, let's go. And we have liftoff of Space Shuttle Enterprise, Starship Atlantis. Yeah. Now we know where to go. So this race is actually pretty challenging. I'm kind of impressed, I would say. It's not how many times you fail, it's how many times you get back up. So that's really the important part. Time seems like it's going faster this time, yeah. There we go, baby. Riding right along. I want to fly away. I want to fly away. Oh shit. didn't mean to lose it, but. Is this where I got my motorcycle going? Yeah. I don't avoid the bad boys. Oh, well, we are running out of time then, so hurry it up. Instead of sightseeing here. Instead of smelling the roses or whatever. Let's ride, baby. Chop these quicksands. Oh shit, there's one right there. I almost drove into it, dog. Yeah. Let's keep our motorcycle to the. Okay, so we get the 6th one. And we'll go up to the ending. Oh, this is a narrow. One right here. You like this music? I love it. All right, now we're going into the destination. Ah, we finally completed it, baby. Get here. Yes. Well done, soldier. Come back here so we get over the results. Oh, would you like to see my fruit tits? Lucy said, boy, do you like fruity tits? Or do you like bushy vaginas? Here, eat this. Fruit tits now. A hydro. She gave me a melon. Huh? I thought she was going to give me some clothes, no? She didn't give me shit hot. Man, that was bullshit. 10 rupees for a hydro melon. Man. That was horse shit. All that. I thought I was going to get some fucking gear. Oh well. I thought I was going to get some gear, Richard. It's like some kind of government bullshit. No, what was the funniest meme for RoboCop? I saw a RoboCop meme, and it said, "You guys go to work," but then it said, "You guys go to work," but after I died, I still had to go to. They still made me go to work, even after I died. They still made me go to work. That was pretty funny. The RoboCop meme. Yeah, that meme will hit you hard if you grew up in the 1980s. If you didn't, maybe not so much. But I died, and they still made me go to work. That's great. Yeah, I guess like the thing that I was since I'm when I work, I usually work really hard, and I work, that's just, I mean, typically that's just how I work. If I'm young and fit and able and there's nothing wrong, and everything's kosher. But I really was unprepared working retail. How lazy motherfuckers were, like my coworkers. I was really like unprepared for that. Yeah, it was that was the like kind of like the sobering reality of having coworkers at a large retail place is that like hardly anybody wanted to pull their weight, and so like It would just be people like there just showing up like zombies, and then people didn't want to like pull their weight. They wanted to push it off onto like I swear that like the people that were in their 40s and 50s were constantly trying to like fucking pass shit on me and people in their teens, 20s and 30s. They were trying to do like jack shit basically. Like sometimes I would have like 2 days off and I'd come back and like the shit wasn't done because they were so fucking lazy. And it just got like to the point where I think the dislike of my coworkers, it got so bad that I was just like, fuck this. Like I can't handle another 10 years of this shit. And it's basically because of that. It's just that people don't want to work. They don't want to pull their fucking weight. And that's the thing that makes that job really retail in general just blow ass because nobody gives a shit, and so it just turns into a shit storm. Yeah, I was not prepared for like working with a large group of people and then all the people are like, oh, like trying to figure out the best way to like benefit themselves instead of the company or the team. And yeah, I was not prepared for the selfishness and the laziness of the corporate work structure. It was a real eye opener. Maybe I probably got blessed because I work with other crews. And when I was younger, it's like everybody was pretty much happy to pull their weight. I guess when people get 40 or 50 or 60, a lot of people don't want to pull their weight anymore. So that's just what it is. I mean, it could have just been when I was working with you know large groups of people. Um, when I was in my 20s, it seemed like everybody was like pumped to be there for the most part, and then the older people weren't. So like the whole like looking out for your fellow man and the whole like pulling your weight for the team, like that shit's like died a long time ago in American work. Now it's just this like pathetic me. That's all it is. And of course that's really sad, but it is what it is. Like so, what you would have at a job like that is like the people in their 40s and 50s would look at me if I was like 32 and and those people would try to avoid work like heavy lifting or anything like that, and the manager would avoid doing any hard work, and then some employees would try to get out of hard work too, and it was just like this like it was this like horrible fucking like, oh god, who's gonna do their work today, kind of thing. Like every day like going into work was like a mixture of humiliation and like dread. So instead of like going to work and being like, hey, so instead of going to work and being like, hey, like, oh look, all the stuff is done. Oh man, I can't believe Ray did all that work. Like, you know. So instead of going into work and saying, "Oh man, my manager is really setting a great example for the coworkers and really setting an example for her employees." Oh wow, look at that extra work she did. Oh, that makes my job a lot easier. Instead of having like, I mean, I don't expect work to or any kind of, I don't expect any kind of human uh, organization to be perfect or anything like that, but it would have been nice to go on vacation or go on like 2 days off and then come back to the employment and then, shit be done. Shit, like, the employees were not fucking lazy and leaving shit for me. And these are people that are able bodied, they're not like people with like handicaps or like, they blew out their back or anything. They're perfectly able bodied people. They're just fucking being lazy. So that's part of the reason why I got out of retail, because I was like, oh, it's just going to be this game of who's going to be the fucking laziest instead of who's going to be the most hardworking. And so I did not um, I did not hate my job, but towards the end I despised my coworkers. It's a lot like the Marilyn Manson song, like, I never really hated the one true God, just the God of all the people I hated. I never really hated the one true God, but the God of all the people I hated. Say you want an evolution, the ape was a great big hit. Say you want a revolution, man. Say that you're full of shit. Yeah, 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 yeah. Get my cycle up, dog. Get my cycle up, dog. What you do? Gotta get off my shit. Gotta get real, dog. I'm not jack my motorcycle, dog. You about to get gone. Better not jack my motorcycle down. I tell you what. Give me my soda ring. Do I have a soda ring? Dog, I got a soda ring over here. Is this good? A boomerang broadsword? I know it's a very powerful weapon, Dom, but here we go. It sounded cool when I invented it, though. My sword boomerang. Full force like an orangutan. Oh, yeah? Always. I saw the orangutans at the Houston Zoo. I went to the orangutan exhibit, and I was like, it was like the adult, like the mother and father orangutan, and then there was like the baby orangutan. And there was like a black family at the Houston Zoo, and like the little black boy was like, "Look, Daddy, it's baby orangutan." Yeah. I don't know. There's something about the orangutans. You know what I mean? Like the orange, like the. I just love those orangutans. Why do I like orangutans? They're kind of like cute, if you want to call it that. They're like orange monkeys and shit. I don't know. There's something about like orange monkeys. It's just like one of my favorite things, besides koala bears. And so the koala bears. I would like a koala beer. Koala beer. Hell yeah. They're gonna select a new pope tomorrow. Get a new pope, but I can't find new dope. Heading through the desert when I'm riding on the slopes. Ain't grabbing on a titty, ain't gonna grow. Grab on a titty. There it is. Better give me that beef. Give me that steak. I like wolf steak in real life. Like, just kidding. I would never. I would only eat wolf only if it was like my last resort or something. Hello. I've been waiting for you. Really now. Serious, my boy. Doo-doo. Ah. What? Ah. Take that, boy. You about to get recognized, dog. Alright, fuck this. This desert shit's getting old, huh? Hell yeah. The hell are we, G? That's what's up. Beam me up, Scotty, with the quantum teleportation. Ooh. Yes. So tomorrow we're gonna do some all right, here's the plan for tomorrow. We're going to fumigate the outside of the house and the inside of the house. I mean, we're going to do some pest control tomorrow. So, yeah. Oh. 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 Got your boy Robbie on the jobby. What the heck? That's a pretty cool crib, huh? It's pretty cribbed out. I like that. Yeah. Ah. Ah. Meow. Oh. If a game like a game like this comes out in 2023, people just are like, yeah. Yeah. It still looks amazing, but nobody like freaks out. But if this game would have dropped like 20, 25 years ago, people would have shit their shits. I'm ready for you, wizard. Ah, nice to meet you. Yeah. Oh, are you ready? Kill. Kill, kill, kill. Got my wood in my neighborhood. You know it's all good and it's understood. Cool. Yeah. So tomorrow we are going to clean up, do the pest control to the house. So um, yes. Okay. Uh, ooh, ooh, oh, my simple flyer. It's a nice, like streamlined flyer. Yeah. My arrow flyer gets me higher to the desire out of the mire that I admire. Dare, 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 dare. Bring it, G. Yo, 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 yo. Flying higher, go through the sky, flying to the mountains. Oh, not worried about that, down. Getting it down. I wish there was. You know what? I got to tell you something real quick. I really do wish there were gigantic bone rib cages sticking out of the ground, like in real life. Okay, that's all I wanted to say. But only in my fantasy game. It's alright on my rock and roll fantasy, fighting a robot. Ah. How does it feel? Y'all better recognize, no? Get this robot right here. Bitch. We didn't finish. We didn't finish our row business. You know what I'm saying? We did not finish our robot business, our row business. Got my row business. I got my whole business. I got my whole business. Y'all can be my witness. Coming with the quickness. Always legitness. Physical fitness. Yeah. Yeah. So today it was like a horrible thing. I heard about Smokey Robinson, one of the writers, producers of My Girl for the Temptations, legendary Motown singer, Berry Gordy, accused of sexual assault of his housekeepers, his maids. All right. Uh, why now? I don't know. But he's got sexual lawsuits coming towards him. He's a wealthy African American man, right? With a value of about $150 million net value. Um, so these four women claim that he raped them over years and years. And yeah, the question is, it's really. I'm not saying that there's not wealthy monsters out there that you know. Yeah. I mean, there's certainly Bill Cosby was a big shock, especially if you were a former 1980s kid. You were like, oh my God, he's a gay rapist. Because he played a TV dad. And I know these people are perfect men, as there are no such thing as perfect men. But subject to their temptations and desires and, mortal desires, sexual desires sometimes. Like Tiger Woods, even though Tiger Woods has a major sex addiction that's like, pretty acute. I would say it's kind of messed up. And so, yeah, I think what Tiger Woods has is a straight up sexual addiction. So Smokey Robinson is like a legend, and Smokey Robinson is a legend of R&B, and legendary writer, producer, and singer. One of the a gigantic quintessential figure in the Motown music. So Motown music scene. But yeah, people do think like, okay, why now? Well, the guy's rich. You know, I doubt the nannies or the maids are rich. So the I guess the whole idea of being a servant or a peasant is that you're never going to be really rich. Okay, so there might be the chef of the Obamas in Martha's Vineyard, but maybe that guy, maybe he's paid, well, but he's always subservient to the Obamas until he mysteriously died. I don't know what he found out about him, but he's dead, right? So that's a weird thing. The Obama chef just, dies in a unfortunate accident. I suppose that can happen, but the thing about being a slave or a peasant is that you're a peasant or you're a slave or you're a maid or you're a servant. So being a servant by implication means you're not the master. So booyah, gotcha. Ah, now was Smokey Robinson a sexual predator who kept he hired hot maids so he could rape them or something? I don't know. That's all. Either he's going to be convicted or he's not. That's really what it boils down to. He's either going to be guilty or he's going to be not guilty in the court of law. So we'll see. But I hope he's not guilty, to be honest. I'm hoping that this is just another Me Too feminist treasure hunt. Is what I'm hoping it is. Yeah. Now I have no insight into uh, Smokey Robinson's psychology. Um, all I know him from is his music and the Motown music that he's made over the years. And so, yeah, with Bill Cosby, Americans felt like they were betrayed because they had. Yeah, because the Cosby Show was so big in the 1980s, 1990s, and he played America's dad. and that was even more egregious than just being a date rapist is egregious enough, but that he pretended to be a fatherly, saintly type figure, that's what really uh, pissed American people off. And it did feel like a betrayal, a really nasty one, and an unforgivable sin or series of sins that were just too. If it's just some rich guy, if it's just like a billionaire like Tiger Woods, just the only person he betrays is his marriage, his wife, if he cheats on her, and all he does is betray himself ultimately. So if he's unable to control his sexual urges. He only betrays the people of the world in the sense that he cheated on his wife, and in a religious and moral sense, and really that he hurt his wife and he hurt his marriage and his family and he hurt his own children. So that was the tragedy of that, and that the girls were used as well as sexual satisfactions. He traded his money for sexual satisfaction, which is, but probably the women were also felt betrayed because they probably thought that they were going to be the next Miss Tiger Woods, and they were just the flavor of the Baskin Robbins that he wanted. He just wanted the different flavors, like banana flavor, chocolate flavor, vanilla flavor. He just wanted to taste the female flavors of the planet Earth, and he had all the money and fame and power to do it. Yeah, I'm hoping Smokey Robinson is exonerated, because then I could listen to his music until the day I die, and then be happy with that. And I could be like, oh, okay. Right before he dies, he doesn't get raided by the Me Too movement, and some bitches and some lawyer don't raid his trust fund, his bank account, and uh, then the guy's music that I've enjoyed most of my life, throughout my life, then I don't have to feel guilty or think about that listening to it. Then I can enjoy the music without any guilt and without any cares, just like I did before. Yes, it is disappointing if your heroes don't live up, to not necessarily perfect standards, but um, if our heroes don't at least have basic standards or acceptable standards of behavior. What are you going to create? Like an ice trap? Something torturous? Yeah. Welcome to an ice block on your head. I wish there was really pinecone-headed monsters in real life. Just a thought. Not. What an interesting world that would be. Yeah, I do like oldies music. I do like old music. I think it's better in a lot of ways. Yeah. Oh, blew myself up. Down. Blew myself up. Blew myself up. I'm not using bee and mushroom weapons. They are not good. Oh, this is embarrassing. Why do I have such a shitty shield as well? How did I get this ghetto shield? Ghetto ass shit. Better give the real deal, Don. I'm gonna have to take the dragon on you, boy. Oh, that's a good idea. Forget about this. We got bigger fish to fry, folks. We got a bigger whale to hunt. Goodbye. I'm gonna try for it. We out of range? Dude. Play some of that ethereal oriental music. No, I never really considered oriental to be a racial slur, actually. Since it just means east. It just means the orient. So that one doesn't mean that. All right. I'm after something specific. Yes. My boy. Yeah. Yes. Oh. Blow this boy up, Don. Up on my track and Don. Oh, there it is. So we have an enemy base over here. All your bases belong to us. Nadra's horn. Yes, that makes me so horny. Not really. Okay. Time to get some fireflies. Yeah, I mean, every communist system fails. The Soviet Union. It's only a matter of time before I believe that the Chinese. I know with all this talk of the Chinese are going to take over the world, and certainly they're trying to do that, obviously. my idea is that all communist systems fail. Even they might last for 100 years. They could last, 60 years. They could last. A communist empire can last, even 200 years. But eventually, communism is going to be. There's going to be a civil war, and there's going to be a revolution, and there's going to be a group of young people in China that overthrow the fucking government, the Chinese Communist Party, and it may not end up like the first civil war in China with Chiang Kai-shek and the Taiwan people, the real government of China. It may end up in a second civil war where the people actually win, the people fighting that they actually defeat the CCP at that time. I don't see why not. If the people are very unhappy, they will revolt. That's just the nature of people. So my theorem is based on historical fact, history itself, and also current events. So I think eventually the Chinese Communist Empire will collapse, just like the Soviet Union did, pretty much. Except, it might be a lot more violent than the Soviet Union collapse, because there might be a lot of angry young people that revolt against the government. It may be bloodier. Because people are going to be angry. So everybody knows that Cage the Beast, Cage the Elephant, Modest Mouse. What do you got? It's just naming bands. Okay. Use my neck to destroy you. There you go. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Oh, that's excellent. Do that. Come with me, my dear. I have a special. I'm going to use the Force. It looks like the Ghostbusters, like the stream thing. The particle stream. Oh, I can't do that, can I? Light it up, light it up. So my prediction is that China will not become the global superpower, that they will be destroyed economically, and they will fall behind in technological advancement because of communism, and they'll collapse. They will try to take over the world, but they will fail ultimately. But soon they'll find themselves, the Chinese Communist Party will find themselves with fewer and fewer friends and increasingly more and more enemies. And when manufacturing goes back to the United States, the United States will again occupy a position of preeminence in manufacturing and will become an economic powerhouse juggernaut that hasn't been seen uh, in decades. Also, the United States of America will become self-sufficient with its medicine and its goods. Here, have a bomb. You're the bomb. Yeah. Have a bomb. It's on me. Keep that ass home. Oh, yes, I could use one of these. Oh, there he goes. Ding dong, the witch is dead. Huh. So the Chinese will not only have to struggle to keep up with its competitors, but it will also, the Chinese Communist Party and the People's Republic of China will find it difficult to control their own people and their youth population that will eventually take hold of the country in a new freedom movement for the Chinese people. This new movement will be less coy and less afraid, and it will be more bold, it will be more militant, and it will be more damaging to the Chinese Communist Party and its leadership. A group of people that a group of people that put their life on the line, like Americans in the Revolutionary War. They will put their lives in jeopardy and their lives in pain and even through death to gain their people freedom and liberty. Very similar to the American revolutionaries that founded this country almost 250 years ago. They will throw down the mace of tyranny. All socialist, all communist, all Marxist empires fall. That's my general theorem. And when China does fall, it may not be in my lifetime, but when it does, then well. Then I'll be right ultimately, and my theorem would be proven correct, even if I'm dead by the time it is. I like how it's like in slow mo, and the monster's like ah, making a silly ass frog monster face. Oh, thank you. You're throwing the barrels at me like Donkey Kong, dog. About to get donkey wronged. Oh yeah, yeah. We use the ghetto bow. Ah, get that feel, the ghetto bow. It's nothing like it. Oh right. I've used. Oh. First, I thought I was playing Breath of the Wild for a moment. Then I remembered that I was playing Tears of the Kingdom, and I don't have time freeze in this game. Oh. Yeah, I always wondered why Google Alphabet Corporation, why they always put lizard Solarian Wikipedias on. Like, it's almost like Google Alphabet Corporation is worried that people are going to learn about the secret alien lizard people that infiltrated society. Like V for visitors. Like, I always wondered why like corporations online fact checkers care about Solarians or like fucking like Sasquatch and shit like that. Shit that's supposed to be like fictional anyway, or Yetis or whatever. Like, why do they feel the need to tell people about lizard people, the Solarian hypothesis? I have no idea. It makes me think like, oh, are they trying to cover up that there's lizard people or lizard aliens or something? That's pretty bizarre. I know the system is too obsessed with information control, and so people want the truth. They don't want a version of a truth or truths that are cherry picked by the U.S. government or government or by corporations. I would suspect that most people like the information age for the most part, but they do not like the information control that comes with it and the censorship. So I've been away from home so long that I barely even recognize my home. Can you imagine being like a soldier in Afghanistan and like you're doing like a tour of duty and then you haven't really been home in like 2 years and you like went back home to see your family or something? It's got to be tripped out. Well, let's kind of update it from Afghanistan. Let's say, what if you're like that Russian soldier or whatever, or that Ukrainian soldier, and you haven't been home in fucking 3 years? Hopefully, people like my latest pun of Donald Trump taking over Canada called Donada. Let's see if okay. Are people not seeing the genius of Donada? Instead of Greenland. Oh yeah, I made a similar joke for Greenland. I call it Domland. Go to the Greenlanders. And Donald Trump say, "Hey, how do you think about changing this to Donland?" Donada. Yeah. Oh, how do I feel about American integration into Canada, or I'm sorry, Canadian integration into the United States? I think it would be a crazy thing for Canadian people to have freedom again. That'd be so strange for them. It would be strange for Canadians to have like constitutional rights, freedom of speech, and like the American Bill of Rights. Then I don't think they'd be used to that. I mean, at first, I would say that our American constitutional rights are uh, even that safe, considering, um, as George Carlin used to say, that our rights are just temporary privileges until they're taken away. So I think that's the fear in a lot of governments is that if the wrong people come to power, they could erode or ignore, or they could strip away those rights, citing safety or something like that, or an emergency or crisis like COVID. So they could take away those rights, like when the powerful felt like they wanted to, or it was convenient for them, as we saw with the Democrat Party in COVID-19 um, in the 2020s. during the Biden-Harris administration. We saw a total erosion of what were supposed to be our rock-solid rights. And that was pretty horrifying. How the Biden-Harris administration targeted political enemies and stifled dissent, and they also got big tech and social media corporations to censor American citizens, et cetera, among a host of crimes against their own people for the sake of control, for the sake of power. So people want to wield power for the sake of wielding it, not because it is the best, that they have the best ideas of how to rule. So we are seeing that people wanted power not for altruistic reasons, but for all the most terrible and asinine and corrupt reasons. The most self-serving reasons, not to serve the American ideal, not to serve the American people, but to serve themselves. So that was very bad for our constitutional republic. And, you know, characters like Joe Biden and Nancy Pelosi had been trying to take over the government for, 40, 50 years. They were trying to become the king and the queen. Or, for 50 years, Joe Biden tried to become president until finally he did. I kind of consider like Joe Biden to be like Emperor Palpatine. Like he was like maneuvering his whole life to get into power. That was his whole goal. An evil, corrupt man that had spent most of his life trying to get into the number one office. Um, uh, the reason why I'm laughing is that they had this article on Fox News that had like Jill Biden. It said Jill Biden lands new job, and somebody wrote in the comments, because often the comment sections are like the best. They're like the funniest, like the juiciest things, the most honest things. It said, more importantly, I made homemade pancakes today. And, and more importantly, I was like, oh, yes. Man, what are we going to make? We're going to make something up right here. Make some shit up. Tough steamed tomatoes. Oh, yeah. It's not really what I wanted to make, but whatever. You can't make steak and eggs in this game. I don't get it. Whatever. Can you make a spicy omelet? Oh, man, I fucking hope so. Steam fruit. Okay, that didn't work out the way I wanted it to. Didn't work out the way you wanted it to. Didn't work out the way you wanted it, did it? Just like randomly singing Nine Inch Nails and Marilyn Manson lyrics, but randomly though, like without hardly any context. Now you know this is what it feels like. Oh, people like my joke about the RoboCop, the RoBroCop, the RoBro, the RoBroCop. No, my favorite is like on Sandrinum. They have this Megan. You can make all your same characters like Phenom Ninja or some guy called himself Artist with an R. And then my favorite was some guy called himself Robert Cop instead of RoboCop. I love that Robert Cop. It's like yes, that's so good. Artist was pretty. Yeah, I guess Artist. That was very creative. And, but it wasn't artist with the artist. It was an R. Artist. Okay, we just created milk. Whatever. Um, getting sick of this, like a little bit of the Legend of Zelda cooking show. No way. Barbecuing with Link, my favorite fantasy video game. Cooking with Zelda. It, yeah, if they did go back to just a heart recuperation system, it would be kind of weird after all these years of cooking, and they just switch back to the old system, like but a new game. That would be pretty strange, I think. But you would have to do less like work. No, needs you. Yeah. So in this game, they have this like special hood, this special wear that looks like the Ku Klux Klan. So, but it's not white. But they like They made it so the designers of the game and Nintendo, they made it so you can't dye like this like clan outfit white because they knew people were gonna try to do that shit. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Yeah, I guess the religion of Hyrule, the religion, even though I guess the original games were more like medieval fantasies with Judeo-Christian type uh, influences, I would say the later games with their sages and gods and goddesses and stuff like that got more into polytheism, more like Hindu, more like Hindu origin stories, actually, in a bizarre way. They probably made most of the plots Hindu, so they wouldn't have anything close to like Islamic stuff. They're trying to avoid Islam as much as they can. But I know the reason why they do that is because they don't want anything to resemble or offend Islamic people because they don't want to die. Is basically what it is. In other words, they're just being like really just careful about that religion in particular, you know, for obvious reasons. So Nintendo is not going to make a Zelda game that has the backing theology to it to be the based off the Quran or something. Yeah, Nintendo learned its lesson after the Islamic chants of the controversial Islamic chants of Ocarina of Time and the Fire Temple. Yeah, it would be interesting the next Zelda game to see if they go into this, go deeper into the sci-fi direction, or if they scale it back to the Judeo-Christian medieval English fantasy type. It, like see if they go back to the old school type Zelda. So like with new graphics, but they go retro. Be kind of interesting. If they go what they call in a franchise, they call it back to form. So whenever like a franchise deviates from what made it great, or what even made a country great, even like America, then it goes back to form. You can say that could be true of government, that could be true of art. Any individual or any group of individuals forming some sort of organization can go astray and lose its way until it returns to form. That can be quite a pain, as the old expression goes. Fort Catano. boy. Gotta give me that beef, boy. Hook me up with those steaks, dog. Yeah, we gotta do bug duty tomorrow. That's not gonna be super fun, you know. Um, we're gonna kill the roaches. We're gonna kill the spiders, and there was a brown daddy long legs, and it was beautiful. It was in the sink, and then but before I got a chance to take a picture of it or make a video of it, it was like my mom killed it already. Because you know how like women when there's like bugs and shit, women are like ah. They always like flip out more than dudes usually do. Oh, I mean, I'm sure there's like tomboy chicks out there too. They're not just all just like the same, going ah. I'm sure there's chicks that can like wrestle bears and shit, and that fight wars in Iraq or whatever. I know what I'm gonna do on here. Let's get yeah, that'll work, baby. I souped up my master sword. Oh, that's fine. Okay, so we've decided to make a particular goal this week, besides tomorrow's bug experience. But yes, we didn't win the game on the Texas two-step on Monday, but we're going to try to shoot for it on Thursday. On May 8th, victory. Donald Trump wants to make victory in World War II Day be May 8th. The same as the Victory in Europe Day. So. And then he wants to make Veterans Day World War I Remembrance Day, besides just Veterans Day in general. So. I'm not sure he could repeal Juneteenth. So I'm not if an administration creates a federal holiday, if that can be repealed. So like I believe the president and the Congress can create federal holidays, but a president can't say like let's say Joe Biden and the Democrats or if they created like a far left party got into power, let's say it was like AOC and they decided to make like a queer day or something like that. I'm not certain if a president got into power that this president can, without congressional authorization, um, like reverse Juneteenth or some kind of like stupid holiday like that. So I'm not certain that they could like reverse. Um, if the Democrats had control of the Congress and the White House, they for sure would have made like a queer day or gay day or something, LGBTQ appreciation day or some shit. And speaking of LGBTQ, here's NARS supporting the pink hair. Just in time, as I was talking about the queer community, the LGBTQ, here he is. Is this one of the first black dudes in Zelda too? Do they have black dudes in the previous ones? No, well, I guess in Breath of the Wild, yeah. This game is crossing so many intersectional boundaries and breaking so many glass ceilings. It's so revolutionary in its acknowledgement of the diversity, equity, and inclusion. Uh, Finally, dudes with pink hair can be free and not be judged by society. You know, when I see somebody with like pink hair or like blue hair or like they dyed their hair green, I always think, I do not think, oh, that is so creative, um, that is so trailblazing. I never think that. I'll just say, either they're adults refusing to grow up, or number two, potential is that they're fucking crazy. That's my personal opinion, you know. Now I know the person who dyes their hair green. They're like, I'm being so revolutionary, and they're like, I am such a rebel trailblazer. I know what they're thinking in their heads. Like I can see it. But you know, like if I'm downtown or if I'm in Austin, Texas, and I see a guy who's 50 and he's got blue hair, I'm just thinking to myself like, oh, okay, he's refusing to grow up. He's rebelling against his middle age. He's like, well, I'm gonna dress like I did back in the '80s. When I was a kid, I dyed my hair blue. I got a skateboard, and I'm gonna do that when I'm 62. I fucking get it. I'm rebelling against the machine, man. And I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. But it looks like, but it does look stupid. Even if the guy's like in a band or something, it still looks dumb. Can you imagine working for Nintendo and then like designing the monster's butt cheeks? And you're like, oh man, you know what? This troll's gonna have some big ass butt cheeks. Monster. This is like the fucking the He-Man sword, the Royal Claymore. Oh, oh. Feels like I've been fighting monsters for like a billion years, dude. Oh, the blood moon happened. That's why the monsters are back. Yeah, because there's no shit, but there's like the regenerated monsters. Yeah, I heard they took a video down for the critical drinker showing the Last of Us clips. Um, I don't know. It's kind of weird because with power, that whole thing. Um, so it feels like somebody wanted to punish critical drinker and because they were mad because he was critiquing the show for being uh, friendly to queer people or something like that, to have a queer storyline or whatever. I haven't been following the show. It just looks like I don't know. It looks like something crappier than The Walking Dead. It's just like I kind of like that chick who calls herself Daddy. I thought she was kind of cute. I mean, she's kind of like baby face chick. I thought, oh well, she's kind of cute. And then she has this like cute like Latina friend and shit. And I was thinking, oh, this is interesting. And I was like, it's got Pedro Pascal, and I was like, oh, I never really played the video games, The Last of Us, and it just seemed like a video game version of The Walking Dead, like just a different kind of plague, a different kind of virus. It looks more alien. I just like to look at that young white girl's butt. And so I caught like one episode, and I was like, all right, this looks like some, slow burner Walking Dead like thing where you have to wait, you know, for a billion years, like a soap opera. You have to wait like a bajillion years for shit to happen. I guess that's the difference between the streaming shows and like kind of like the old school shows is that shit used to happen. Like shit used to happen in the movies. Shit used to go down, and now it's like I mean it just feels like businesses now are just jerking people off and just doing a striptease jerk off on people with their money and their time. That's sad. It seems like today's streaming and business models just seem like almost every single like online and streaming model. It seems like just to be jerking people off and ripping people off. It just doesn't seem right. It kind of felt like back in the old America that people, if they worked hard and they bought stuff, it was like had a certain quality to it, and they weren't being jerked off. They're getting what they're paid for. But it seems like even before the pandemic, that people were getting jerked off, and consumers and citizens and all that. Booyah. No monster left behind. No monster left alive. Uh, no child left behind. No. Okay, we're at the Marblood Plain next to Lake Jara. Yeah. Ever been to Maple Ridge? Hell yeah, always. Don't want to go to Hebra, to the He-Man Mountains. Yeah, that is crazy. There's a new He-Man movie coming out in 2026. It's fucking awesome, dude. Let's go to Shadow Pass. That sounds very Lord of the Rings. Shadow Pass. Sounds fucking epic. Yeah, I know there's all these armored. I told people a long time ago that I'm not really surprised at bank robberies or armored truck robberies in the Houston, Texas area, and the reason why I'm not surprised is because of socioeconomic difficulties and circumstances in this decade. So I'm less and less surprised if like people take matters into their own hands, even if they're doing evil things and criminal behavior. It doesn't mean I condone their behavior. It just means that I understand um, why they have felt the need to go that far. So, but it does not mean I support or condone their behavior. Uh, when people or groups of people in society decide that society is not fair, that there will be nothing to come of playing it straight, doing honest, fair labor, and being successful doing that, playing the game, then people will just simply stop playing the game. They will throw up the table. So that's what the armed bank robbers are doing. They're deciding to break the law because they no longer feel that the system is going to benefit them. And the armed truck robberies happen so many times that you know, the society gets numb to the same stories because it's the same shit over and over again, and it becomes monotonous and repetitive and very very boring. Unlike this game, which is very exciting, adventurous, and colorful, and never really gets boring. Real life can get boring. It can get into a stale. It can get into a rut. In other words, should we meet in the shape of a T? Should we do the Marilyn Manson? Did God come down from the tree and meet in the shape of a T? Yeah. So people thought I thought that was like the funniest thing ever. And I was like, kind of. It says meat in the shape of a T, the shape of a cross. And I was like, yeah, that is kind of funny. Really. To be honest with you. It's no, really what I'm laughing at Marilyn Manson, I'm laughing at like his voice going, sounding gothic and like a zombie. That's the funny part to me. Meat in the shape of a T is just a bonus on the Hollywood record. Yeah, so we constructed it more from the design of the layout to the structure. And I think with this particular support structure, with this particular geomatrix, that uh, President Hudson, uh, I failed the mission somehow. Yeah, that bad boy hard, huh? It ain't over till victory is achieved. We're at 2 a.m. All right, it is getting kind of late, I suppose. All right, we'll try better structure this time. All right. Okay, so we'll do one on either side. So it doesn't fall over, dog. Don't fall over, dog. Don't fall over my dog. Yeah, my friend liked the David Bowie album, the one, the reality album, and man, I don't know the reality album from 2004. It seems like if David Bowie had just like done a few more collabs, if he had just put just like a few more hit songs on there, that would be like a classic. But it kind of like it was one of those albums that was like, oh, this is good, yeah, I like this, and then it kind of like it putters out at the end. It plays some filler, some lame shit at the end, and I don't know. It doesn't go out strong. Yeah, so that's a bummer. Oh well. So like if you go watch a movie and it starts out like really compelling and it's really good, and then the ending sucks or something, it just like turns something that could be great into like mediocre. Yeah, boy, we hooking it up, dog. All right, so we got that. I think we're good to go on that time. Yeah, we did it this time. All right, success. Boom. Yo, President Hudson, the political sign. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Did you notice this dude doesn't have a nose? That's pretty weird. Yeah, I got those seafood rice balls. Yeah. Oh, there's a device dispenser right there. Yeah. Oh, that's Link's house right there, huh? Oh, my house is all fucked up. But so I had trouble designing it. This this dragon country, huh? What? Like dragon country. Yeah, where's his house is over here? His house. So, if people can't afford houses, there's like 7 empty houses in my neighborhood. It's like people can't afford houses anymore. What the fudge? Well, I mean, do people have like after the Biden Harris administration? Do they have like $300,000 lying around? Everybody? I don't think so. Hence the bank robberies. Uh, Yeah.
Ah.
Uh,
Oh. Haha. Ah. Mm.
all right.
Ah.
Uh, my boy. That's the entrance. What? Build my crib. I already have a house that I purchased in the last game, but now you can purchase more property list. So, yeah, William Shatner did a video about Canada becoming part of the United States, and oh man, it'd be crazy. Like I grew up with some Canadians and Canadian Americans, and I guess they're Ukrainian way back, their ancestors. But so if they had dual citizenship, it would be funny if like they were American citizens, and that that means there would be no longer separate countries, and so that means it would be a union, a North American union. I don't know if that'll ever happen. I'm just saying, like, it is pretty interesting. It's an intriguing idea. Definitely. All right, so here's. All right, we're gonna put the door where you have to open it from the bottom. All right, I'll leave my boy. Sign my head. Design my head. Recognize. You know, get your ass out here. Oh, Nancy's my boy. Nancy's. Let me try to get like an aspect. You know what I mean? Get like a. Huh? I'm here, dog. I was trying to get a. I wandered outside the area. Like what am I? Am I like a fucking cow or something? All right. All right. Here's the guard dog. garden by the is this just like a bedroom? Oh no, that's the dining room. Get out of the way, dog. This nigga. Put the crib pool over here by the garden. So in case I want to chill in the jacuzzi. We got the kitchen. So we need to put it kitchen. Go on one. So we got the dining room. So we got the kitchen. What else we need? No. Get it done. For real, for real. On the music, they should have like a part where it's like, not really. I turned two triangles into a parallelogram. Hell yeah. Yep. Trying to mess with my parallelogram. I can't handle this construction units. See how it's going. We're gonna have a two-story house and then a one glory. We're gonna have three glory holes. Three glory holes. We're gonna have 8 glory holes. That's really gonna be the song. The song is gonna go. Yeah. The real song is gonna go. It'd be like R&B or something. Put my weapon rack. What I stole my weaponry. To my G's. Alright. Yeah, do like. What the? Where's my bedroom? Yeah, I can get into this flow, like this chill flow. Right in my crib. Ooh. Get that crib created. Oh, this is the horse that you do that on the side there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you put the stable over there. You put the, what I want here is the, yeah, okay. You know what we're doing? Nope. Don't give a shit if it's whack. I don't give an ass. I don't give a fuck. A Pizza Hut. Yeah. Is that it? Oh, wait. This is boring doing over here. Oh, there's my bedroom, dog. Oh, hey, bro. What's missing? Where's my bedroom at? Yeah. It's your bedroom. Yeah. Is that's what we want to build? Yeah, yeah. Better get it built. Is this shit gonna work, or did I fuck it up again? Oh, ooh, ooh, ooh. Huh? Better get my crib looking back. You could make a song with that backbeat like that, like chilled out. It does sound like, oh, I fucked up again. All right, that's fine. Sticking out past the rope wasn't very dope. Gonna get a new pope. Gonna bring him hope. Oh yeah. Let's see. Let's see my home. Uh, Welcome to my home. Oh, did I put the door upside down? Man, shit. What a wacky ass shit to do. So we have like two dining areas. Well, I like the open. Oh, is this the conglomerator? I mean the stuff. All right, get the weapons. See right here. Well, I mean, I like. Oh, there it is. That's actually pretty good, dude. Okay, the upside down door. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, you only fucked up that one unit, really. What the? Got my crib. Okay. Oh, you got your good. Yeah. Oh, so a lot of people moved out of this neighborhood because they didn't have any money. Yeah, the neighborhood got too expensive, and then some people had to leave to find more affordable housing. I think is what happened. And a lot of people aren't moving in because people can't afford, $250,000 for a house. So they're like bailing, dude. Yeah. So all the housing and all the inflation costs are killing people. Literally. It's well, it looks like my house. I've got the little mini garden. I've got the jacuzzi over here. You know what I'm saying? We got the nook. We got the stove. Got the sleeping accommodations. Where's the toilet though? We got the stable. Yeah, yeah. It's looking, for my mansion, for my estate. I mean, it's looking pretty good. Should I fix the door? Fix the front door? Uh, Maybe it's a reminder to me of mankind's imperfections. So on a deeper level, it's a reminder to me of the beauty of the flaws of mankind, like the Leaning Tower of Pisa or something. It's a monument, a testament to the flawlessness of imperfection, which represents mankind. Yeah, maybe none of that. Maybe, yeah, I should probably fix the door though, if I'm gonna be able to see. Oh, we didn't get rid of our ghetto shield, huh? Ghetto shield. We're gonna use the shield of Crown Royal Canadian whiskey. The shield of whiskey by the power of Crown Royal protects me. Yeah, selling crap, working at a liquor store, man. The busy liquor store. It was like that Crown Royal. I just remember selling bottle after bottle after bottle of that shit. Yeah. Now, does a healthy society drink a lot? No. So I think it's really like I think the most of the people that will come into the liquor store, you know, I'm not saying like severe addictions to alcohol necessarily, but a lot of people drink because they're sad. So about something. I mean, of course, I noticed the addictive quality, but the addictiveness of alcohol is definitely there for sure. But I also noticed that a lot of people are drinking because they're sad about things going on in their lives. Like, I myself, after Cinco de Mayo, am going to cut back, and so we've already cut back quite a bit, but I'm thinking of cutting back even further to a maybe even a consistent sobriety that's not broken by even birthdays or holidays. because of course the hangovers after 40 are pretty brutal, and also wanting to live longer and all that stuff. Just like the gumball machine when you're a little kid, with a hint of Zoltaire. Wow, it's your boy Chipson. Yo, I am hunting. I'm going hunting. Yeah, that's a great Bjork song, The Hunter. So fantastic. I'm going hunting. I thought I could organize freedom. Got full gear on this. Yep. Yes, we should organize. We could split it, or we could. Let's get a little footage. That's a bit of aquatic flotation. Just a little bit of a wave runner here. Yeah, I mean, I know I'm really fortunate that the 65-year-old Vanna White, but my God, I saw an old tape where Vanna White was young and like 20 years old, and like in the late 70s on some game show. Oh my God, she's not skinny at all. She's like a young buxom blonde with like massive tits and just like so Playboy. She was never in Playboy, I don't think, but my God, she had the boobs. But she was like a mega babe when she was in her 20s. Just outrageously good looking. She's what they call, I guess it's what the guys call trophy wives. Yeah, that's what they call that. When a guy gets like a perfect looking chick, like it's like just fucking gorgeous, like Vanna White was. She's still, obviously she's 65, but oh, I know what it was. It was Vanna White was on The Price is Right in like 19. They have an old video of her. Yeah, my friend's mom had this like hot, like Lonnie Anderson, Pamela Anderson, like that, like young Vanna White. One of my buddies had this mom that was just like this ultimate trophy wife, this blonde chick, with, like massive breasts, just fucking bodacious, playboy figure. And I don't think, I ever said anything to him like, "Oh my God, your mom's hot." Just everybody knew that it's. I mean, guys were looking at her tits, and guys were looking at her ass, and how pretty she was, and all that stuff. She knew she was hot, and she was very married too. So yeah, of course I'm not gonna tell my one of my good buddies, "Hey, your mom's super sexy." Like, act like a pervert or something. But I guess I was checking her out with my eyes, so yeah, the lust, I guess you could call it. Not like, yeah, it was kind of funny because my friend was ugly, his dad was ugly, and then his sister wasn't that good looking, and then his mom was like fucking, fucking a Playboy model. It's just so funny. Yeah, well, that's the power of money. It's like an ugly fat guy can get like a really attractive, like blonde chick with huge numbers. That's the magic of money. That is what money can buy you. Money can buy you the American dream. In other words, or whatever the best version that you can imagine of that would be. So, if a lot of people out there, if they ever say like time's running out for you, uh, you know, on the other flip side of the coin, time's running out for all of you too. So, time's running out for everybody. I mean, for mortals, for people doomed to die, time is always running out. Yeah, as my birthday approaches, especially, you're very, uh, and maybe some weird death experiences. Definitely acquainted with here lately that time is running out and my mortality is running out. And death may not be imminent, but it becomes closer both of the end. So, use the full sleep. So I suppose May 8th is going to become World War II Day, I think. So I believe that it takes the president and the Congress um, to authorize a federal holiday. So, oh no, Donald Trump wants to make the holidays without making the federal holidays because there's too many already, and so he doesn't want people to come home and be off and work. These are just honorary. Yeah. Okay, so that's what I was reading. Yeah, I mean, I knew that being a Trump supporter, even way back in 2016, I knew that it was going to be something that was not that I would blindly follow whatever Trump was doing without thinking about it, but that if I was going to support Donald Trump, that it was going to be all the way thing. So it was going to be sort of like a marriage, in that it would be to the very end, whether that end be really great or that it would be something not so great. Still, it was about the discipline of the commitment. So what I was saying is, it was not something that I could be a Trump voter, a Trump supporter, and then just like, oh, something went wrong. Oh, okay, I'm out, and then just switch to the other party or something. Or it wasn't just like where the wind, like whatever my feelings. Like it wasn't like having schizophrenia or bipolar disorder where things are just constantly chaotically changing. I knew it was going to be. Uh, I knew it was going to be a long twilight struggle, as JFK used to say, for freedom. So I knew it was going to have to be long term, consistent support. That it would have to be to survive, to thrive. And I don't think, as Roman from No Fuckers, the Russian YouTuber, he kind of paints uh, MAGA supporters as like Russian fascists, but I never thought of it that way. So I never thought of MAGA or supporting Donald Trump as being a cult. I never thought of it as being Hitlerian. I never thought it being. I never thought it had anything to do with Nazis. I never thought it had anything to do with fascism. I do believe it's nationalistic in character for sure, but I don't think there's any big deal about being patriotic or nationalistic, especially about America. Oh, I see. It's your boy, ready to brawl. Mm, man. Okay, I have an idea. Yes. So, if other people in other countries or Europe or even in this country want to think that Trump supporters or the 77 million people who voted for him and American citizens and voters that voted for him in the last election are some kind of fascist Nazi zombies. Uh, well, that's just not true. So, I'm not saying fuck those people for their opinion, but kind of, sort of, but not like it depends on if they're calling us Nazis. If if they're just saying that we are blind in our devotion, like Love Is Blind. So I appreciate that they would say, you know, be careful how devoted you are, like to something or someone. Uh, but people that voted for Donald Trump thought that they're saving their country, like I do, and so we think that we're trying to save our country's integrity, spirit, and ideals. So we look at politicians and presidents and people like Trump as representations of the people through the electoral process. So we look at Trump as a champion for the people and the United States of America, um, as a champion and a defender. Yeah, I don't think foreigners can properly understand, you know, that. So that the American people demanded to have a leader that was not corrupt, demanded a leader that was accountable and transparent. And so that's what the American voter, the American citizen, that's what we demanded. You know, like the Biden Harris administration treated the American people like shit, that it didn't matter, collectively speaking. And they gaslit and they lied to us and they betrayed us for all those 4 years and even before that in the Obama Biden uh, administration. So the 2024 election was a referendum on the Biden Harris administration and the Democrat Party that had betrayed the American people. Or that it was basically a referendum on globalism and world trade, NAFTA, and the hollowing out of manufacturing jobs in America over the past 30 or 40 years. It was a referendum on Bidenflation. It was a referendum on the botched Afghanistan withdrawal of 2021. It was a referendum, you know, on a lot of embarrassing and things that made America weak. So, so they're not like pants. I thought I had some plain pants or some shit. Like, almost 3 o'clock. Yeah. Time keeps on slipping, slipping into the future. Steve Miller Band. Hell yeah. Always. That old music is the shit. I started off at the desk during this, and I went to the lava, the hell, I know what, the next to the fire temple. Then I'm about to go to sleep. Might put on a movie, and then they were saying there was like a tornado watch until 8 p.m. most of the day. I was like, shit. But thankfully, no tornadoes came down. The atmosphere was energetic. It was unstable, but thankfully, we actually looked out. So Louisiana and other states got hit a lot harder, I think, than Texas. Yeah, we've been lucky this tropical season so far. We haven't really got our asses majorly handed to us. But you know what? The month of May is still young. So, and so is the hurricane season. So, anyways, you are my brother, Anakin. Don't do it. I have the high ground. It's Star Wars: Revenge of the Sith. Hell yeah. Hey, hey, let me see. Huh? Oh, huh? What? Oh, me? Oh, I started getting into my game, and I was like getting really into it. And like, no, I'm about to go to sleep. Oh, dude, that was quite undutiful. Dude. Okay. All right, Psycho Muppets. Yeah, love it. Tickle me, hell no. Tickle me, hell no. Gotta recognize. I'm gonna get real dark. About to be busting fools up in here. Ooh, ice, ice, baby. Rice, rice, and gravy. Ice, ice, baby. Rice, rice, gravy. I'm gonna go to sleep off the dreamland. Y'all know me. Call me the dream man. Hell yeah. Going to sleep and I'm going to dreamland. Y'all can just call me the dream man. Got more to see, even more than C-SPAN. Let me help you, sir. Fell into the lava. Oh yeah, that was pretty good on DC Justice League superheroes. The cartoon version of Darkseid is even like scarier than Thanos. Really, it's like way creepier. And then one of the DC Justice League characters goes, "And now what?" And then Darkseid says, "You die." Yeah, I know in the Marvel Cinematic Universe they make Thanos kind of like they try to make him more human and relatable. But like in the comic books, he's just like a mad psychopath. Like I guess Darkseid's creepier because he's a big time alien, and Darkseid just doesn't have any kind of like conscience or like Darkseid is really an alien overlord that does not. He's almost so alien that he's in no way relatable at all. I think. Lava falls. Yeah, I'm glad I don't have a VR helmet for this. Wow, stroke or seizure or something. It's too epic. Is there such a thing as too epic? Hell yeah. All right, we hit the big 301 and get some Z's. Oh, nice.